Hi guys, welcome back to Sherman's Kitchen. I want to say good night one, good night all. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, I want to say welcome to my channel. Today is Friday and who wants to be in the kitchen for a long time? So I'm going to do a quick pigeon peas and chicken stew tonight. And if you guys want to see this recipe, come on down and let's get cooking. So before I start cooking, I want to show you guys a little tip that I normally do in the summer. So for a few days, I start cutting out the bottom of, not the bottom, the head of my green onions. And I did some before now, but we were expecting snow on Wednesday. So from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this whole entire week, I've been keeping my green onion roots, and I'm gonna go and plant these outside in my garden, and I'll show you guys. They're so easy. In the summer, this is what I do. I normally plant the head of the green onions, and for the whole summer I would get green onions from my garden to cook. Another little quick tip that I want to share for the garden: whenever we use tea bags, we don't put them in the garbage in the summertime. We would open them up and put the inside of it into our garden because it helps to keep away insects, spiders, ants, and those things. So that's another thing that we do. And a very good fertilizer for your garden as well is your coffee crumbs. If you are a person who's brewing coffee, keep your coffee crumbs, and it's very, very good for your garden as well. It's like a natural fertilizer. So Natalie liked to do the job of putting the tea bag crumbs in the garden. So what she does is to put like a little hole on the bottom or any part of it like that, and then she's gonna sprinkle this in the garden. Go, Natalie. Okay. She's gonna sprinkle this in the garden, and we're not putting the bag, just the tea inside. Okay, so she's gonna continue to do the rest. Thank you, Mama.
Yeah.
So here I already planted some green onions. Even though we had snow, they're still holding up. And now I'm gonna put the rest of my green onions in, and I'll show you guys as they start growing. So I also planted some turmeric and some ginger. I have some over here, and I have here in the spot, and over here, what's more ginger over there. So I have to wait now and see. And this is our strawberry plant from last year. They came back. And I have some over here. I have some mint plant that's coming out back from last year. So here they are, and I'm very excited about them because we usually take the leaves and make fresh mint tea in the summer. So that's the starting of my garden, and I'm so excited. So I had to share with you guys because when they start flourishing, I'll show you from how little I planted them, and now when it's time for me to reap, how it looks. We also planted some pepper seed, but I didn't see them come out as yet. So thank you guys. Back to the kitchen now for cooking. So for my stew tonight, I'm using pigeon peas and chicken stew, and I'm using the green pigeon peas. This is the Brown Betty brand that I'm using, and I have used this before, and I find that the pigeon peas is really nice and plump and fresh. So I'm using one bag, and this is 340 grams. I will show you the entire process of how I prepare this pigeon peas and chicken stew. So these are some of the ingredients I'm going to be using in the pigeon peas stew. So I have an onion here. I have some coriander. I have 2 cloves of garlic. I have some maribori pepper, and I have some green onions. I'm gonna chop all these up and I'll come back and show you guys the next step. I also have 1 carrot that I grate, and I'm gonna add that to the stew as well. And my pigeon peas here. Okay, so now I have my chicken that I'm cooking my pigeon pea stew with. I want to season up the chicken before I start cooking it. So I'm going to add some black pepper. I'm going to add some Adobo all-purpose seasoning. And this is more on the salty side, so I will skip salt from adding to this marinade. And then I'm going to go in with some green seasoning that contains of garlic, thyme, green onion, and pepper. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of that, and I will season this up before I start cooking it. So I have my pan on the stove that I'm gonna be cooking the chicken and the pigeon pea stew. I have just about a teaspoon of oil, and I season my chicken. I'm gonna add it to the pan. And today, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm using chicken wings to make this stew, because chicken wings is a very flavorful part of the chicken. It has some bone in there. It have a little bit of fat, skin, and meat. And for some dishes, I really like to use chicken wings, like for soups and stews and cook up and things like that. I really like the flavor that you get from chicken wings. But you can always use any part of the chicken when you're making this dish. So I'm gonna cook this chicken wings until it's nice and all the natural water is cooked out and it have a nice beautiful brown color before I start adding any other flavor to it. So guys, my chicken is cooked. All the water, the natural water is evaporated. I'm going to be adding my seasoning now to this. I did add garlic in the marinade, but I'm going to add some extra garlic on top of this. And I'll just grate 2 cloves of garlic, because that gives the stew a very nice flavor. You can also chop the garlic up as well. So in goes my garlic. I'm gonna add the rest of my seasoning. And this is a quick stew. That you can ever put together. So mix that in, and then let me add my seasoning now. So I'm going in here with my onion and my pepper. My cilantro goes in right close to the end of the dish, the cooking process, and now green onions. So I will mix this up, and then we have to add our tomato paste, because we're making a stew. So I'm gonna go in with 1, 2, 3 heaping teaspoons of tomato paste, and I want to add some Chinese 5-spice powder. I find it gives the stew a very, very nice flavor. And I will add about, let me see here, I'm going to add my salt. but I'll leave all the measurements in the description below. So let's mix this in well. And look how nice it's looking. So we're gonna add some water. I have hot water going on here, so I don't stop the cooking process. And just about 2 cups of water, because when you're cooking chicken, you want to make sure that the chicken is cooked through. And I will add a little bit of Chinese sauce just to enhance the color in the stew. So I'm gonna add, and then just a little will go a long way. And then now I'm gonna add my pigeon peas to this. And the pigeon peas will cook with the chicken. It doesn't take too long to cook because these are the green ones. If you were to use the dried pigeon peas, you will have to make sure that you cook it first before you add it to the stew. So I'm gonna cover this, let it cook on medium, and we'll come back in about 5 minutes or so and check on this and see if we need to add more flavors. So guys, here it is, our beautiful pigeon peas and chicken stew with nice gravy. What I'm gonna do now, I like to add my grated carrot right at the end because I don't want this to melt away in the dish. So we have some green pigeon peas and carrot, that's 2 vegetables. So we're getting nutrients all over. And at the end of my dish, I always like to add my cilantro. So I'm gonna go in here now with the cilantro. And this would add another depth of flavor to this dish. Look how beautiful that looks. So I'm gonna mix it in a little, and then I'll serve up and let you guys know how this tastes. So guys, here is my beautiful pigeon peas and chicken stew. This is steaming hot and the chicken is falling off the bone good with some nice gravy. I'm gonna plate myself up and let you guys know how this tastes. I can't wait to dig in and taste all this goodness. Big shout out to Sally Sananan for trying out my butter flap recipe. So here is my beautiful pigeon peas and chicken stew. I'm gonna do the test now and let you guys know. This dish can be eaten with bread or rice or roti if you like. But today I'm gonna do a rice version. So to all my viewers and all my subscribers, I'm drooling. I know some of you are drooling too. Cheers. It is very hot. I don't want to burn my mouth. On a Friday afternoon, just a comforting, very nice dish. End your week, this would be a very, very nice dish. So I'm gonna take piece with the chicken and I garnish with some cilantro because that adds another depth of flavor. And that pigeon peas have a nice texture to it. And guys, if you never look it up, pigeon peas have amazing, amazing health benefits. So packed with nutrients. Hope you guys like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Press that subscribe button. You only have to subscribe to 1 video. Until then, I want to say you guys have an awesome, awesome weekend. Stay blessed. Stay safe. I love you guys. Bye for now.